sure are quiet. You have been since we left Boston. You want to talk about it?
I feel terrible, Hank.
Sure, and you did what you thought you had to do.
Did I?
Yeah, Luis chloroformed you and forced you onto a plane.
Yeah, but to have him put in jail?
Look, let me tell you something. He's my best buddy, but when he gets in his Tarzan mode and starts making everybody do what he wants...
Yeah, but he did it for my own good. Luis was trying to save my life. He flew all the way to Paris because he thought my life was in danger.
Well, I'm not questioning his motives, okay? I mean, the man is definitely one of the good guys.
And he saved my life at least 3 times. Stop the car.
What?
We need to turn around. I have to go back to Boston. I need to tell Luis I made a big mistake. I never should have had him arrested. Okay, let's get started.
Shh! I don't want to wake my parents in case they're asleep.
Why not? All we're doing is hatching a plot for prom night.
Tell me I put the way to split up Miguel and Charity for good. Are you sure you don't know anybody who's a copy of Carrie? I'm positive. There are so many great ideas in that movie. I mean, it's like a blueprint for disaster. If my cousin Charity hadn't ruined the tape, I could be studying it right now. Charity was sleepwalking. She wasn't aware that she wrecked the tape. Whoa. Let's rewind a click or two here. Charity came downstairs with that horrible expression on her face, saying evil, evil, and then beat it with a fireplace poker. I'm just glad I'll never have to see that movie again. Talk about giving me chills. I may never sleep tonight, and after seeing Whitney and Chad on TV at the benefit, I may never sleep again. Have you ever seen anything so disgusting?
You know, Mom is so proper. If she would have seen me do that dance for Chad, she would have had a fit. She really has it in for him. And I can't go against my mom. I mean, she's always been my hero. She's the best role model in the world. Oh, no! What if she saw me out here with Chad?
You're such a wonderful friend, Crystal. I'm so lucky to have you.
Ditto, honey.
You know my whole story, yet you still stood by me.
Well, why wouldn't I when I know you do exactly the same thing for me?
Oh, and I would, Crystal. No matter what, I would be there for you.
Eve, you made one mistake.
It's a big one.
Yeah, but look, what's done is done. What you need to concentrate on now is getting your life back on track, and you'll do it.
No, nothing's ever going to be the same. I have to get out of here, disappear.
Well, you'll still keep in touch, right? I mean, you'll come back to Boston to see me?
No. Crystal, I'm sorry. This is goodbye. To start a new life.
What is it, honey?
Oh, TC, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were there.
Baby, it looks like you saw a ghost. Hey, guy. What's her name again? Crystal. Crystal, right. She said she dedicated the song to a friend of hers? Yeah, every time she sings it. Any idea who the friend is? Nope. Never even mentioned the name.
Where he belongs, but the rain's been coming down too long, and my baby's gone.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive.
Okay, look. Let's just take a minute to think this thing out.
No, Hank, I know what I need to do.
Look, going back to Boston isn't the answer.
But I feel so bad. I mean, Luis is sitting in a jail cell right now, and I'm responsible.
Well, you tried to have the complaint voided, didn't you?
Yes, but they told me that there was nothing that I could do about it, that it was already in the system.
Well, there you go.
No, that's not good enough.
But it's gonna have to be. I mean, I don't think you should be worrying about this.
How can I not worry?
Well, these things have a way of working themselves out. You'll see, okay?
I just wish that you had been able to tell Luis how much I regretted having him arrested.
Yeah, me too. I sure wanted to. But, you know, I mean, like I said, he was in a real lousy mood. I mean, he's furious with you. And I didn't want to upset him any more than he already was, you know?
Did he ask about me?
Mm-mm.
He didn't even ask if I had a message for him? Please, Hank, think. This is really important.
Did she say anything about me?
She wasn't too happy about you kissing her. Why'd you do it, Luis? Are you in love with her?
Whitney said there was nothing going on between her and Chad. She swore it. I did warn you, Simone. I knew Whitney was falling for Chad. You just didn't want to believe it. But Whitney's whole life is tennis. She has never had time for boys. I guess she managed to squeeze some time in. How could she lie to me? She doesn't care about your feelings, Simone. All she cares about is making sure that your parents don't find out that she's after Chad. You know, as much as I hate to admit it, I think you're right. My sister has turned on me. See, now aren't you glad that I blew Whitney out of the water by telling your parents she was at the cabin with Chad? No, I'm not. I hated seeing my parents so upset, especially my father. He came this close to losing it. I think that you should focus on what you're losing and how you can get him back. It's gonna be so hard. Did you see the way Chad was with Whitney? Exactly. What is that supposed to mean? I just got an idea on how we can finally get you hooked up with Chad. How? Your sister's a good liar, but she's gonna have a tough time getting out of what we saw her doing on TV tonight. What if your parents saw her? Or at least heard about it?
Music has
I remember an old friend of mine singing that song. Gets to me, too. I wish you could have heard her. Break your heart. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Hey, Georgie.
Hey, excuse me. I just wanted to let you know that, you really nailed that number out there.
Thanks. Hit me, Georgie.
Bourbon and Branch coming up.
Wait, George, so on me.
Thanks, but I buy my own.
Okay, whatever.
Great.
But I can give you a compliment, though, can I?
You already did.
Oh, no. That's just like a, tip of the iceberg, a prologue, prelude, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Cheers, Georgie.
Right on.
Hey, look, I've heard that song done umpteen different ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by some heavy-duty hitters, too. But you put a special spin on that one. I mean, especially that last phrase you did.
Stole it.
No, I didn't. No, that was yours. I could tell.
Oh, really? You could, huh? I guess you do know music, huh?
It's pretty much my life.
And you would have loved hearing a friend of mine sing that song. Break Your Heart.
Yeah? Maybe I have heard your friend. What's her name?
No, Luis didn't ask about any messages from you. I mean, actually, he seemed like he didn't really care what you were thinking. I mean, it was like he was so interested in what was going on with him that he could really care less what was happening with you. And
I see.
I mean, I think he was the one trying to give you a message. Remember that he said that he didn't want you to be a part of his life anymore? I mean, he's furious with you. And he's angry with himself for having trusted you.
You know, I tried to patch things up with him, offering him an olive branch, and he throws it back in my face.
Yep. The Cranes and ordinary folk like me just don't mix. Never have, never will. I've heard him say that over and over again.
I've heard Luis say that. He's made himself quite clear on that subject.
Yeah, well, I told him I don't agree with him. You know, but when Luis shuts down, when he sets his mind to something, you can't argue with him about it. I'm his best buddy, and I can't get through to him.
Jeez, he makes me so damn mad. Fine. If Luis Lopez Fitzgerald wants me out of his life, then that's what he's gonna get.
Something wrong?
What are you doing sneaking in the back door?
I'm not sneaking, Simone. I just saw Mom in the living room and I didn't feel like answering a bunch of stupid questions about the benefit.
Why not?
Oh, okay. And if you think everything is cool between me and you, you're wrong.
What's not cool?
Well, how about you opening your big mouth to my parents about me and Chad being up at Ethan's cabin? Like it was some big love nest?
What did I do wrong? I thought you didn't have anything to hide. Was I wrong about that?
Will you please tell your friend to butt out of our family business, please?
Kay does tend to shoot off her big mouth.
What?
And she does ask embarrassing questions. Oh, thanks a lot. But you have to admit, she has an uncanny way of zeroing in on the truth.
What are you talking about? What truth?
Like, what were you doing with Chad at the cabin?
Nothing, Simone. We were doing nothing, and I already told you this. I'm not going to go over it again.
Oh, well, I'm sure Chad wasn't doing anything, but you certainly were. Like, what were you doing with him tonight?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Liar! I saw you and Chad tonight on TV.
On TV?
The Benefit!
Oh my, did Mom and Dad see us on TV?
No, baby, it's not too late. We could still try for that son. Can you see Whitney and Simone with a new baby brother? They would love him to death.
Yes, but...
But what, honey?
A son now.
Why not, baby? I know it will be just like us starting over again, but... And we have to wait a little longer until we have the house to ourselves. Unless he was a boy genius. Then he won't go off to college until he's 17 or 18. Sweetheart, I just want to make you happy. You know that, right?
Yes, I know.
Baby, I would do whatever you want. A son. Someone to carry on the Russell name. I love the sound of that.
I'm pregnant, Crystal. I don't know what to say.
So, what are you hoping for, sweetheart? A little girl who sings like an angel just like her mama?
I want a boy. I'm hoping for a boy.
Hey, so how about it? You want to go make ourselves a son?
So, this friend of yours, did she go by single name, same way you do?
She went by her full name, but you wouldn't know her.
Well, I might. Look, I told you. I live and breathe music, okay? I practically inhale it. So maybe I heard a recording of hers or something. Did she ever record a CD or a record?
No, nothing I know of. She and I, we kind of lost touch, but, I always check the trades hoping that her name might pop up, but, God, she could have been a major star.
Really?
Yeah. She had a great voice, phrasing, range. She really could have hit it big.
So what stopped her?
She got sidetracked.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
She got pregnant.
What are you doing?
I just want to be sure I heard you right. Did you mean what you said about you and Luis? Are you finished with him?
Well, there's nothing to be finished with. I mean, we never even had a relationship. We were just building a friendship.
Right.
But that's it. I mean, it's over. If I never see Luis again, it'll be too soon. Well, now that I've made that decision, I suddenly feel alive. I no longer feel tired.
Great.
In fact, I just got my second wind. And on top of that, I no longer feel any of the guilt that I've been carrying around.
You know what? There is no need for you to feel any kind of guilt.
You are absolutely right. If Luis wants nothing to do with me, then fine. Done and done. Adios, Luis.
That is what I like to see. The old Sheridan. Strong and full speed ahead, you know?
That's exactly how I'm feeling. But that's why I want to do something different tonight.
Different?
I don't want to go home right away.
Well, hey, I got a full tank of gas. I got $1.50 in my pocket. The world is ours.
All right, but I think that we probably should narrow it down to Harmony, seeing as that's your town. So show it to me.
I know just where to start. Hang on to your hat, Sheridan. Tonight is going to be the beginning of a new life.
Lead me to it.
But your friend could have picked up a career after she had the baby, right?
Yeah, I suppose she could have, but...
What?
It was a very confusing time for my friend. It's real complicated.
Anyway, that's the story. I'm gonna have a baby.
Give me a hug. Oh, I'm happy for you, honey.
Thanks, Crystal.
So, what about the father? Do I know him?
I can't go into it. I can't tell anyone. You're the one I'm gonna hate leaving.
So don't go. Just stay. Maybe we can work something out.
I can't stay in Boston.
Why not?
Going away is the only way I can protect myself and whatever future I might have.
Man, my friend, she just caught all the bad breaks.
Yeah, well, I've been there. I mean, lately it seems like if there's a bad break around, then I get hit with it, you know?
Yeah? How'd you get out of it?
I ain't so sure I have. I mean, I thought I was close for a while, you know. When I was in L.A., I was cooking, man, as a music producer. And then I asked credit for this CD I was working on.
Yeah, that sounds right.
No, I thought so too, but this fool I was working for had other ideas about what was right.
Oh, yeah. This music business, it'll bite you, all right.
And I got the scars to prove it, too.
So you, found another gig, or?
Oh, yeah, no, I keep my hand in it, you know, doing some DJing gigs around town and writing some songs.
Oh, yeah? You a songwriter?
Oh, I do it all.
Good for you.
I won't make it, no doubt about that.
Yeah. Singing clubs is my life. I love it. But, man, I've seen this business definitely break some hearts.
Yeah, well, business or no business. I mean, you can get your heart broken any place, anytime.
Okay, if Mom and Dad saw me and Chad on TV, it's gonna be World War III in here.
Well, I don't know if they actually saw the benefit, but then again, that's probably why they stayed up. They were waiting to catch you sneaking in the back door.
Man.
Well, you deserve it, Whitney.
What?
Why do you lie to me about wanting Chad? Why are you still after my boyfriend?
I am not. And he's not your boyfriend.
Well, if your parents saw what you were doing on TV, you're not going to be able to slide out of it.
Stay out of this, Kay.
You know, you can lie to Simone, but you can't lie to your
Look,
folks.
I'm warning you.
You betrayed me, Whitney. You told me you didn't have any feelings for Chad. You swore it. And then I find myself watching you on TV doing a sexy dance with him.
It was for the benefit.
And then you sneak around trying to come up with ways to go out with him.
That is so not true.
You lied to me. You lied to Mom, and you lied to Dad. You told everyone you didn't care about anything but tennis.
It's true.
Bull.
Simone, you have to believe me, okay? I'm not after Chad. I went to the benefit with Teresa. I had no idea that Ethan was going to bring Chad along with him. Ask Teresa if you don't believe me.
Oh, yeah, one friend lying for another.
You know what? You are the only liar here, Kay.
Okay. So Chad magically appears at the benefit. And that automatically means you have to do a sexy dance with him.
The MC insisted.
Oh, I see. A complete stranger forced you.
Okay, look. It was for a good cause. And I wanted to prove to Chad that he meant absolutely nothing to me. So,
by doing a sexy dance with him.
Okay, obviously, have already made up your mind not to believe me one way or another. So I'm not going to sit here and waste my breath trying to convince you. But I am going to ask you not to tell Mom and Dad, okay? Mom would just be furious. And Dad would be worse. Please, just... There's no telling what he would do.
What do you say, Eve? You want to go make us a son?
TC, I don't need any excuse to make love to you. But another baby at this time of our lives doesn't make sense. Perhaps, a few years ago, a younger brother would have been wonderful for the girls.
There's been enough upset in this family already.
That must be Whitney.
They must be back.
Please, Simone. And you too, Kay. Don't tell Mom and Dad, all right?
Don't tell us what.
Well, you being a sophisticated woman of the world, I assumed that you like jazz.
Oh, I love it. There was this
Great.
place in the left bank of the Jazz Hut. There's nothing like this.
Well, let's grab a table. Welcome.
Band must be on break.
Oh, they'll be starting a new set soon. Can I get you a drink? That is, if I can flag down a waiter.
I'd like a champagne cocktail.
Oh, there's a hard one to make. I don't know if the bartender can handle one of those.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I love it when you laugh.
There hasn't been much to laugh about lately.
If you let me, I'll show you a wonderful time.
Look, Hank, I like you. I always have. But I've just been really having a lot of bad luck with men. I'm not even sure I should be thinking about a relationship right now.
Yeah, but it's not you, Sheridan. You can't blame yourself. You just haven't hooked up with the right guy yet. Is everything okay?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Great. I'm gonna go see if I can rustle us up some drinks.
What didn't you want Kay and Simone to tell us, Whitney?
Well, it's school. I had this report due and I totally forgot about it.
You forgot you had to write a paper?
Yeah, but you know what? It's no big deal because I'll just get an extension.
Schoolwork is a big deal. It's a very big deal, young lady.
I know, and I'll get an A on it, I promise.
Are you sure that's all this is about?
Yeah, of course. Right, Simone?
Yes, that's right. So, did you and Coach Russell see anything good on TV tonight?
We weren't watching television.
Dad, it'll be okay if Kay sleeps over, right?
Of course.
Oh, so how did the benefit go?
Oh, well, it was for a great cause, and they raised tons of money, so it was great.
Well, I hope you had a good time. It's good that you get out every once in a while and enjoy yourself. So how's the leg?
Oh, it's practically back to normal.
Great, glad to hear that. Well, that's it for me and your mom. We're gonna go and get a good night's sleep. Come on.
Sleep tight, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. You know, it's a really good thing you kept your mouth shut, Kay.
Well, I did that because I'm taking your word for it. So, you promise that you're not gonna have anything more to do with Chad Harris.
Seeing your smile, seeing the warmth within.
Hey.
Makes it so.
Listen, I don't mean to bring you down about the music business or anything. It's dog eat dog, but somebody's got to win, right?
Hey, and why not me, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, if you don't play, you ain't got no chance of winning.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm thinking you might make it really big.
Yeah. Well, I say, bring it on.
Well, if you do become famous.
When? It's just a matter of time.
Okay. When you become famous, I can say I knew you when. But I can't say that if I don't even know your name, Mr.
Harris.
You're joking.
No, that's my name.
I'll be damned.
Why? What's wrong?
It's such a strange coincidence. I only use my first name in the act, but my last name is Harris too.
You serious?
Yeah.
Crystal, look, let me tell you this, okay? The reason I came here to Harmony is I'm trying to track down my real parents, okay? Because I never knew them. And I've been looking for every Harris I can find, hoping that somebody will know something about them. Maybe you do.
Well, not offer you a drink, but...
Hey, I understand. You've had a rough day, and your mind's been in about 5 different time zones. So.
I guess it's just all caught up with me. That whole thing with Luis, all the tension.
Yeah.
What did I just do? I promised myself that I wouldn't mention his name.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, it's no big deal if he mentioned his name. Don't beat yourself up about it. Tomorrow, you're going to have a whole new day.
Just hope I can get some sleep between now and then. When I get in these heavily jet-lagged states, I usually don't sleep at all.
I can fix that.
How?
Oh, by keeping you company. You don't have to be alone tonight. I can stay.
All right, guys, good night.
Oh, wait a minute. Just a minute. You're not going anywhere until you answer Kay's questions. Are you finished with Chad? Are you out of his life for good? Or did what happened at the benefit change things for you? Is that why you did that garter dance with him?
Wow, Simone, that's a lot of questions.
Oh, they're pretty simple.
Okay. Look, my feelings for Chad haven't changed. I did that garter dance to raise money for
a good cause, yeah, you said. We're just wondering if the good cause is you.
Okay, Kay, you need to stay out of this because if you don't, I'm gonna hurt you. Now look, Simone, I have no feelings for Chad, and that's it.
For tonight. But what about tomorrow? And the day after that? Will your feelings for him change?
Look, I'm not gonna tell you again. I feel nothing for him.
Why not? He's a pretty good-looking guy.
Butt out, Kay, I'm not gonna tell you again!
He hasn't had a girlfriend since he's been in Harmony. How do you know that things aren't gonna heat up between the two of you?
Because, Kay, he means absolutely nothing to me. And the only reason he's here in Harmony is to find out about his past. And unfortunately, he's come up with nothing but dead ends.
We're talking about you and Chad, not Chad and the search for who he is.
Yeah, and I was about to tell you, if you'd let me finish, that he's getting ready to leave Harmony for good.
Now Please come.
Now that is one sweet voice.
Oh, it's an easy song to sing.
Sweetheart, you always do that.
What?
I know you're uncomfortable when I compliment you on the wonderful job you do as a doctor. But when it comes to your singing, I'm not allowed to say a word.
Oh, yes, you are.
No, I'm not, honey. I mean, I hear you singing in the bathroom, downstairs in the kitchen. And when I catch you, it sounds like you're embarrassed, like I caught you in something. Honey, I'm not surprised. You're a terrific singer.
What do you mean?
Honey, you were brought up in an upscale home. You led a sheltered life, and I'm sure your aunts must have lavished you with all kinds of music lessons, including singing. You know, it's just a shame that our girls didn't inherit the love that you have for singing and music.
Oh, well.
But maybe our son would.
No, son. But that doesn't mean we can't make love.
I don't know. I mean, my knowing your parents said that'd be a long shot.
Why not? I mean, if your name is Harris, then maybe you know other Harrises,
but
or
wait
maybe
a minute. No. Harris is a very common name, and I'm not from Harmony, so.
Oh, right.
It would be even a longer shot if you and I were related, although I suppose it could be possible.
Well, Crystal, I don't know if you noticed, but I am a little on the lighter side of black, so, I mean, I could have had a parent who was white. Something. I don't know. It's just every time I hear the name Harris, I just get excited and my hopes get pumped up, and then I get disappointed.
How long have you, been trying to track down your parents?
Not too long. A little less than a year. You know, when I was in L.A., when I was a kid, it seemed like they weren't interested in finding me, so I definitely wasn't interested in finding them.
Yeah.
But then a little while back, I got a clue, a lead, that made me think I might have a connection here, in Harmony. So I came here. I knew it wasn't much to go on, but, you know, it was all I had, so I started digging around, and I came up with nothing, just dead ends. And then I met this old man named Orville, right? Who led me on this wild goose chase. So it seemed like he knew something about me, right? And then he got hit by a car. Now he's so out of it, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Oh, that's too bad. So, what's your first name, Mr. Harris?
It's Chad.
Did you say your first name was Chad?
Yeah, why?
Oh my God, it's not possible.
Chad's leaving town.
He told me tonight.
Okay, what am I gonna do?
You're gonna forget about him, Simone.
Oh, will you shut up? I'm not talking to you.
Look, I feel bad that he didn't find his family or his past, but I'm glad that he's leaving, you know? I mean, I'm not gonna miss him. I'm not gonna miss him at all. He's been nothing but trouble for this family anyway.
Okay. He can't leave. He can't. If only he'd found out about his family. It seems like fate does not want him to find out about his family.
Simone.
And I'm gonna lose him, Kay. I'm gonna lose him forever.
Simone, don't worry about Mr. Chad Harris. I know exactly how to make him stay in town.
How?
By helping him find his family. That way we can keep him in Harmony.
You know, it's a good thing that Chad is leaving. I mean, it'll be even better when I know that he's gone for good. It's too bad he couldn't find his family here in Harmony. But hey, maybe it's for the best.
With or without a son, I love you, honey. Our lives are complete with our daughters.
I love you too, TC. So much.
Enough to do me a favor?
Anything.
Sing that song you were singing before. You have such a beautiful voice.
My baby
is gone. Now I'm all alone.
Chad, God. It can't be.
Why not?
Because, I mean, it's just too wild a coincidence. I mean...
What is? Crystal, do you know who I am?
I don't know, but I might.
How do you mean?
About 19 or 20 years ago, someone came to me and asked me if they could borrow my maiden name, which is Harris. And then they asked me what my father's name was.
And?
You're not going to believe this.
Chad. Your father's name
Yes,
was...
Chad Harris.
Thanks for offering to stay, Hank, but you've already done enough.
Oh, hey, I enjoyed every minute of tonight. It was one of the best nights I've had in a long time.
You know, I want to thank you for not being upset with me, you know, for signing that complaint against Luis.
No, you did what you had to do, yeah.
Well, what I have to do now is be alone. I'm all talked out.
All right, well, you take care of yourself and get some sleep, and I'll call you tomorrow and see how you're doing, all right?
What?
Keep Luis out of your mind. I don't want you thinking about him or worrying about him at all, all right?
Mind if I,
Not at all.
How's that?
That was great.
Sure.
Yeah, what?
I am so sorry. I shouldn't have brought up Luis's name.
No, that's okay. It's just gonna take time, that's all.
It's gonna take more than that.